Ready by blood, where nothing's off limits. Everything gets talked about and the drama never dies. Let's get into it. I'm your host, Jesse.
And I'm Jamie.
And I'm Haley.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, everybody. Episode 2. How are we feeling?
Excited.
A little nervous.
A little
What are you nervous
nervous.
about?
I don't know. It's feeling real.
It's still new and exciting. I feel a lot less nervous this time around than I did the last, so that's really exciting.
I wasn't nervous at all the last one.
Me either. I was just ready to talk, like always.
That's
You do
fair.
love a good conversation.
Yep. I love to yap.
We are a yapping family.
We really are. Do you guys have any big plans for Canada Day?
I'm taking the kids to the Canada Day celebrations in Fredericton, and we're gonna go to a hotel and maybe go swimming, get something good to eat. Nothing too exciting.
Are you
Not too
going
much
to the
going on down
fireworks
here.
with Mom?
Yes, I am. Well, I don't know if mom's coming, but I assume she is.
What are you doing, Jesse?
There's not much going on down here on this side of town, like down in Moncton, but like we don't have like we have the fireworks over the Chocolate River and stuff, but nothing
The
crazy
Chocolate
really
River?
heavy.
What the hell's that?
So the Chocolate River in Moncton, New Brunswick is essentially the river that flows in and out every single day. And because where it flows in during the day and out during the night or something like that, Cody can maybe fact check on why it's called like why it goes in and out. It's something to do with the tides. But essentially the sediment never gets to settle. So it's always looking dark brown. So we don't have like the beautiful
Yeah.
river like Fredericton has. We have like we call it the chocolate river and it just looks muddy all the time. Like chocolate.
So it's
I
like
had no
shitty.
idea of that.
I think I've seen it, but didn't clue in because there was like a river, but there was like no water in it. I was like, why is this here? But
That's
now it's
definitely
like
it,
it does
Jamie,
because
when
it
you're down
looked
here,
like
yeah.
water was just in it, but there wasn't anything in it.
Yeah, it goes really low during the day and then it gets really high at night, or the opposite, something like that. But yeah, they call it the Chocolate River because it never settles. We do fireworks over that. Usually, me and Cody and a few of our friends either have a drink and we go over to the riverside side of town and we watch it from there because they usually shoot it over that way. But it's nothing like what Fredericton has offered. The fireworks are not even comparable.
Mm.
It's kind of like when you're upper, you guys know when you go up in Upper Miramichi area, how they have like the
Yeah.
smaller, they have fireworks, but like they're smaller. It's kind of like that. And the chocolate milk appearance is from heavy natural occurring red clay that is consistently stirred up by the world's famous Bay of, so it comes in for the Bay of Fundy. So where the tide
That
comes
makes
in and the
sense.
tide goes up. Yep. And a lot of people may not know, we actually have Hopewell Rocks about 28 minutes from my location, so it's actually super, super close.
Yeah, that's some nerd shit.
Yeah, but nothing much
It
going on
is
down here.
really pretty though.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you like the ocean,
Okay.
I
Is
personally
no
despise
one
the ocean.
Is no one gonna ask me what I'm doing for Canada Day?
You haven't
How about
even given us a minute. Jesse just finished saying what he was doing.
how about
Oh,
Jamie?
sorry.
How about me and you play our little game called "What's Haley doing on Canada Day"?
Let's
I
guess
bet
what
you we can
Haley's
guess.
doing Canada
Okay,
Day.
you go first.
Okay, I think that Haley is going to go for a nice drive down to the Irving and get herself a nice crisp Pepsi and then come home and drink it in her yard with Chase.
I guarantee you, she's gonna get a Diet Coke or a Diet Pepsi. She's gonna go back to her yard, sit with her dog, and say, "Put on Snapchat, what a beautiful Canada Day," or "How adventurous." I know that's coming. Or my second option, she's gonna get all dolled up and gorgeous, as she always is, and then she's going to post a snap saying, "Happy Canada Day. What's everyone doing?" And then the next snap will be her sitting in that chair in her driveway.
Yeah, you guys
Mm,
aren't wrong. Those are
yeah,
the big plans.
yeah,
I might
I
go to Rocky
figured.
Lemon.
Shout out to Rocky
Ooh, are they
Lemon. They
open
do get
tomorrow?
delicious, delicious food.
Well, I don't know if they
Or
are.
drink,
I
sorry.
should check. Cody, if you don't mind checking the Rocky Lemon Facebook page real quick, because now I need to know if they're going to be open on Canada Day
Yeah,
because they're so good.
they're usually not open on holidays because
Yeah,
they're
they have
really good
a
at giving their staff days off.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not open, like, they're off quite a bit, and there's what I don't like is they close at 4. Like,
They're closed tomorrow. Thanks, Cody.
oh my god almighty. I'm sick of this. There was
All of
Speaking of
Haley's
Rocky
plans.
Lemon, literally, I'll have to make my own coffee at home. But speaking of Rocky Lemon, there's a girl on TikTok. She's a TikToker in Fredericton, and she's going around and she's trying all these different coffee shops in Fredericton. And she went to what's it called? Vars and Java or Java and Vars. I went there not long ago. The coffee was shit. Anyways, and she was like, "This is so good," and I was like, "No, you need to get your ass to the Rocky Damn Lemon." That is the best coffee in Fredericton. That or the coffee mill. Not the
The
coffee mill, but
coffee
what's it called?
mill.
The roasters. Whatever it's
The
called.
one
Mill
that
roast.
the one that the coffee mill has on the north side now, I can't
Yeah.
remember the name of it. Their coffee is really good.
Yeah, the coffee mill makes good coffee. Like
Mhm.
they have Milltown Roasters on the south side. That's really good. I haven't tried the one on the north side, but if it's the same coffee, theirs is good too. But Rocky Lemon, I don't know what they do, sprinkle a little crack in there or something. It is so good.
I've heard it might be crack,
It's
Haven't tried it
gotta
yet.
be.
But just so
but it
That's
is
everyone
me.
so
knows,
good.
we're not actually putting out there that the Rocky Lemon puts crack in their drink. This is hypothetical.
They put
Okay,
something addictive in there.
it might be just caffeine, but we don't know that it's not crack. So
We don't
just
know for
we'll
sure.
let the Rocky Lemon clear it up themselves.
Rocky Lemon, if you'd like to reach out
We
and
are
clear,
looking for sponsorships as well.
can
Maybe a
we get Rocky
free
Lemon?
punch card.
Literally, can you give us a Petty by Blood punch card for us to get free coffee? Because Jamie and I do spend a lot of money there.
I've
Like
spent
the
a small fortune.
Cody,
Yeah.
what's that card called that Chipotle, I think it is, does for the famous people? They do the cards where they get unlimited
Yes.
at Chipotle. That's what Rocky Lemon needs to do for us. I personally don't live
Yes.
anywhere close to it, but I would drive it for unlimited coffee.
Man,
And
it's
if anyone knows this
everything.
group, we're coffee extraordinaires over here.
Everything that they make is delicious. Their
We
baked
have
goods, their soups, their sandwiches, their
we have
I
salads.
still dream about the mushroom toast that they made literally over a year ago now, and they haven't brought it back. I've tried to recreate it. I can't. It's still the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. I dream about it.
Yeah. And the owners and everybody that works there is so nice. One of the
Literally the
owners,
nicest people I've ever met.
I know every time I go in there, she like knows who I am and she's very personable. They're all just awesome. The
They are.
only inconsistency I have with Rocky Lemon is their sizes and their pricing.
oh, oh,
Every
can you
time I
please
go in,
deep dive? I love this story. Please deep dive into this.
okay,
Literally.
so me and Jesse, every time I go to Rocky Lemon, I'll give Jesse a call because I get a large, I either get a campfire, I usually get a campfire, but there is a new one that just came out that I got. Doesn't matter what kind it is, anyways. I get a large iced latte and I ask for extra ice. That's how I get it every time. I go in, and one time it was 5.49. Then another time it was like 6 something. And then another time I went to like 7, it was like 7-Eleven. And then I was talking to Jesse on the phone another time and I was like, "Guess how much I paid for this one?" And he's like, "What?" And I was like, $9. It was like 8.80 something, almost $9. And I either get like the sizing is either like it looks like a medium or I get like a really big one. I never get the same. And I ask them every time it happens, they're like, "Oh no, that's the size. No, no, that's the size." So I don't think that the people working there really know. I don't know how they're charging. I don't know if they charge by ingredients or what's going on there. Not once have I gotten the same price, and not once have I gotten the same size twice. And I
And it's
order the exact same time
crazy.
every time.
Well, it's crazy because if you picture it like let's picture it like Starbucks because everybody knows what a grande, a short, a tall, a venti. Everybody knows those sizes. So one day Haley would go in, and let's say she would get a grande size or what a medium size we would assume would be. She would call me and she'd say, "Bro, this is not the same. I got a large again. This is not the same as what we had yesterday." She would go to her car because she would still have the cup. She would hold it up, and for an instant, she was so done with it. She walked back in. She goes, "Hey, I have a question about your sizing. How do they work? Why do they change every day?" And the girl's like, "I really don't know what you're talking about." And Haley showed her both cups, and Haley's like, "This is what I got yesterday. This is the drink I got, and this is what I got today. And this isn't the first time I've gotten smaller and I've also got larger." And she's like, "No, this is the size." So Haley's trying to rectify the situation, but nobody
I
can
just
clarify.
wanna know.
See, I never notice because I always try something different every single time I go, and I just assume each drink costs different.
Yeah.
So, because I'm always trying whatever they have for specials.
Yeah, I get the same thing every single time, and it's always good. There's never a difference in like quality or deliciousness. It is always delicious. The people are always awesome. Like it's just that one thing. Well, two, the sizing and the price. is never the same. But damn, I'll pay whatever, obviously, because I pay it every time and it's delicious every damn time.
They really need to join the, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but a coffee company. I don't know if it's Milltown or if it's just something enthusiasts put together, but there's a New Brunswick coffee passport you can buy, and it tells you all these places throughout New Brunswick you can travel for your coffee. And they're not in it yet, and I really think they are. Same with the place down here in Moncton. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. Please, listeners, if I'm saying it wrong, the Tambayan is a place down here, and please correct me if I'm saying Tambayan wrong, but I think it's called Tambayan. It's a coffee shop down here that I don't know if you've ever walked into one of those notebook cafes, but you go in and it's designed basically like a piece of paper and they draw everywhere. That's the inspiration. Look it up. It's super, super gorgeous. They're all authentic. They make their own coffee. They make their own, like, they make like a waffle fry thing with whipped cream and yeah, chocolate and a bunch of other things. And I'm telling you, there's not one coffee, and this includes Rocky Lemon, this includes Milltown, and again, coffee aficionado down here, or whatever it's called, had the absolute best vanilla latte I've ever had in my life.
Well, wait till you have it at Rocky Lemon, then really make your choice. But I feel like I know what you're talking about because I think somebody on TikTok had posted them.
Oh, they're
Might have
so,
been
so
that
good. I really
lady.
highly recommend.
Yeah. Well, where is it? Is it in Dieppe or Moncton?
It's in Riverview, actually, right outside of Moncton.
Okay, well, frig. You never brought Jamie there when she comes down to visit?
No, he
But
hasn't
she's
actually. He
That's mostly
makes me
because,
his own, which is good. I'm
but
feeling
to
left
be
out now.
fair, Jamie, you come late at night, and they're usually not open when you come down, and you're usually gone by
I'm
morning.
usually
So
okay, but I have stayed for whole weekends.
that is true. That is true. I'll make sure next time. Like, that's kind of like one of our hidden gems down here in Moncton. But speaking of hidden gems, I know Fredericton has quite a bit of hidden gems. Tamayan just kind of like one of the little things we have down here. We have that in Chocolate River. I really miss living in Fredericton for those reasons. And the more I grow up and the more I mature, I realize how much I miss Fredericton. I kind of regret buying down here in Moncton, but Fredericton offers things like the Rocky Lemon. You guys have like what's it called? The Botanic Gardens in Fredericton, things like that. The art gallery. It's
We'll
got a
move
bunch of little
back.
things. It's not that easy once you own a house, but I give Cody a 5-year plan. If we can make things work in 5 to 10, maybe 15 years, Cody's career's kind of taken off down here, so we're just kind of playing it by ear and see what happens.
You guys don't have to live together just because you're married.
You're right.
This is
I'm just gonna move
2026.
in. Can I move in with you and I'll bring my lawn chair?
Yeah, I don't give. Yes, of course. Bring all the lawn
She needs
furniture,
somebody to rent
actually.
out the other room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true. I'll just come rent out your spare room.
perfect. I'll move Chase out of there tonight. He
Leave
does
poor
sleep
Chase
in
alone.
there, but unless you want him to stay sleeping in there with you, that's fine too.
Yeah, guys, episode 1 comes out tomorrow at the time of this recording. How's everybody feeling?
I'm really happy about it. I am more
I'm
excited to do
excited.
this one. I just want to see who's actually going to listen to us. And I think first episode is people will like it, but I think like now that we're not and ready to be more ourselves, that this one's going to be funnier. But
Gonna be
Hmm.
fun.
I think it's
obviously
gonna
it's
be good.
fun. I'm in here.
And I know we have a
Look at
few
us.
fun things planned for this episode. Haley, you planned out before recording, which is exciting. We'll get into that soon.
Well, let's hop in right now. I have some news stories from the Fredericton area.
Awesome,
Let's do
awesome.
it. I want to
Let's
hear
get
it.
into it.
Time, we'll jump right into our Fredericton news and our gossip column. So I'll start off on a positive note. There's a kid from Fredericton who was just drafted into the NHL. His name is Tynan Lawrence. I think that's how you say his first name is Tynan. He's 17 years old. He was drafted 11th overall on June 26th, and he's going to be joining the St. Louis Blues, baby. Did you
That's
guys hear about this?
I
exciting.
seen that.
I did, yes.
I
That's
did
very,
see that.
very exciting.
I seen the picture of him as a kid wearing the jersey and then him being drafted into the team wearing
That's
the jersey. And I thought that
cute.
was really cute.
That is cute.
I saw that and I immediately was like, "Oh, I really hope that's my son."
Yeah, I really think your older little rat will definitely be joining the NHL someday.
He's got the skills for
Wouldn't he
sure.
look so cute in the NHL?
Yes, he looks cute in anything though.
And I know
That
in
is true.
Edmonton, New Brunswick last year, I think 2 brothers got drafted in really young to the NHL too. So New Brunswick's had quite a few actually like talents come out of us over the last few years.
I
Well, we're a
seen
talented
Justin
community.
Bieber. I seen Justin Bieber was announcing who's going to be in. Was it what was it? Dang, I can't remember if it was Leafs. I can't remember. I don't know hockey. But anyways, he announced and it was somebody from the Yukon and he was just a kid too.
Well, that's awesome. It probably was the Leafs. Justin is a big Leafs fan.
Yeah, maybe it was. Or maybe it was Blue Jays.
That's like me.
Well,
I'm the worst.
either way, very exciting.
I'm the worst person when it comes to sports. Jamie's son has been teaching me all about sports all this year, and Jamie, as she knows, I've made a commitment of mine to try to show up a lot more to his games because it makes him really exciting. Even though each goal he gets costs me $20 out of my pocket, and he holds me to it. But Jamie has been teaching me at the games what a goal means, or a basket, or whatever they're
They're
doing.
never
She'll
called
teach me.
baskets.
Well, I'm still in training myself. I'm not
Not
a
once
sports
has
person.
anyone called it a basket. This is why you
Like
need
to
to be taught.
clarify, my son plays hockey.
I'm a
He
really
he
bad
doesn't play
sports coach.
basketball. Baskets are basketball, Jesse.
I have learned a lot about hockey this year. I've got way too into it at some of the games, especially when they're so young. They're what is it called, U11 or U12 or U something. I found out what U meant, and I was embarrassed because I didn't
What
understand
does you
what
mean?
they.
I
You
don't know what you
you
mean.
means under. So he's in U11 because he's under the age 11.
Did you know it's that simple, Haley?
I had no idea of that. I literally had no sweet clue.
You
I
didn't know about Willie O'Ree?
no, I knew about this, but I had no idea about the U. But Cody just messaged us and said, "While we're on NHL, Willie O'Ree is widely recognized as the first black player drafted into the NHL, into the Boston Bruins." Which I knew Willie O'Ree was like New Brunswick. I didn't know he was actually Fredericton, which
Yes,
makes
Yes.
sense
actually,
since
I
we
did
have a
know that
whole
one.
rink named after him.
Yeah,
I was gonna say they literally put the Willie O'Ree rink in Fredericton
as a winger.
because
I don't pay attention, but now I know, and that's really enlightening. Good to
you know
know.
what I'm figuring out?
What?
That I am the one in this family that knows sports.
That's
Yeah.
true. We'll
And
give it to
I
you.
don't
You
We're
and
even
not
like
a
Kevy.
sports.
sports family. None of us have
No.
ever. Jordan played football for a short time. That didn't really last.
Well, I
Us.
played basketball one season, guys.
No,
Don't
I
count me out
didn't.
yet.
I tried out for every sport at like RHS and never once made a single sport.
Okay, you want to hear something really crazy though?
What?
New Brunswick alone has had almost 50, over 50, I think, on this list. Residents in New Brunswick who've made it to the NHL actually. So there's a lot more
Yes,
than we could
because
like I
we
even
are the
thought.
best. We're the best.
Would like to include that I did play a lot of sports in high school and middle school.
Yeah, but you're not on rat number
Yeah,
ones.
you're not a sporty
Yeah, but you
person.
guys said, well, Jordan played football. I played soccer, basketball, baseball, and rugby.
Yes, we said we're not a sports family. Sorry that we didn't include you in the sports because you already said you were the sports one.
I just want to be included here and
Okay, you're
recognized
He's
for
a
included.
my
We're
okay.
so
talent.
Well,
sorry
since we're adding it, Azzy is in rugby, so
in
or
football
wait,
She's
is
in
it
football.
football?
and softball.
It's
Football.
football.
So actually, maybe Azzy is the most sporty one of us all.
She is
Actually,
pretty sporty.
there's a few sports we play. You know what? For being this family as big as ours that could literally make a football team, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing real good. Just a bunch of nerds who don't know anything.
We do have a nerd in the
Mm.
family who's now right
Speaking,
actually in Germany.
He is a
well,
nerd.
it's just he's smart. He's definitely not the nerdiest though,
No, he's pretty nerdy.
because Finley and Natus literally made us, or made Dad and I learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons,
Pretty nerdy.
Jamie, you're a
and
nerd
then got
too.
mad at
There's
us.
different types of nerds.
I'm just trying to protect Wyatt here. I don't think he's a nerd. I think he's just very smart.
Speaking
He
of
is
Dungeons and
smart.
Dragons though, Jamie, the other day I found a design to make a Dungeons and Dragons table, and you're the first person I thought about making it for actually.
Well, make it for
Really?
Natus.
Yeah,
He plays
I
with a
thought
bunch of
about
old men.
it's a drop down
Yes.
table where you take the
They're
top
not
off and you
old,
open it
but
up.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
they're a lot
perfect.
older than him.
They're like middle-aged men.
And he's been playing with them since he was in high school, so.
I remember when he asked me to drop him off to his friend's house, and then his friends came out to get him, and I was like, whoa, whoa, that is, these are elderly men.
But Haley,
What are you doing?
we got a little off track. You said there was good news. We said the good news, and I'm kind of curious on what the bad news is. You did say there was
Okay,
bad
well,
news as well.
there is Okay, well, first of all, this isn't good or bad news. Just Fredericton has been pretty mild in their craziness this week. The only things that have really been going on, unfortunately, there's been a lot of accidents, but the most unhinged thing is people getting into fights with other people and instead, well, not getting into fights, something happens and then they go and post it on the Freddy scanner site instead of confronting the person in the anyways, I'll just read it to you. So, this week on the north side, there's a man who went I think he was must have been leaving the Walmart and he was crossing the little walkway to get to his vehicle and there was a gray truck coming and the gray truck got mad because he said he wasn't in the right of way and it was this old man and he was screaming at this guy and the guy didn't say anything back. He just went on Facebook and posted that this happened and like what is wrong with people and if you know this guy tell him to basically back off and chill. My thing is if I was in that situation and some old crotchety shit ass old man started screaming at me that he had the right of way, I wouldn't be posting on Facebook. I'd be fighting back with him. I'd
Just
probably
like you
kick
did
his
that one
out of his
time?
vehicle.
Just like the
Okay.
one time when we were in the car and you went to
Okay.
pull out and the guy cut you off and he said, "Watch out, big feller." You got out of the car screaming, "I'm not a big feller."
I said I'm not a big fella, I'm a big girl.
It was funny. God, that was actually so hilarious.
Get out of the car. I don't write it on Facebook.
Always expecting to see something about Haley on Facebook, to be honest, and I never have, and I don't know how. Remember
Well,
that time you called me
oh god.
because you went to go grab something off the floor of the seat and you went off the road and hit the sign and took your mirror off, and then you called me mad because nobody stopped to help you?
Yeah, Brittany
Too.
had to come from her house
And
to
you were
help
like
me.
picking the sign up.
Okay, we're not here to talk about my bad driving, okay? I'm barely on the road. That's why you don't hear anything about it.
Well, we're on
It's
the
fair.
the topic of, like, bad news. It's not in relation to Fredericton at all, but it literally just popped into my head. Have anyone been on TikTok this week and seen the cake pop drama?
My god. That is
It's
the
the
stupidest shit.
best. It is best. Have you
Jamie, do
seen
you
this,
know about
Jamie?
What?
this? About the cake pop
Depends
drama?
on which one you're talking about.
Okay,
Okay, well you
let me
There's
explain.
always drama when it comes to K-pop, so
no,
Oh my
not
god,
K-pop.
let me get
Cake.
into this.
Cake.
Cake pop,
Cake. Yes.
Like, cake
like
pop.
the treat?
Yes,
Yeah.
like the treat.
Let This is
No.
crazy. Okay, so there's this cake pop lady, and I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, her name is Katie by Cakes or Katie's
Mhm.
Cake Pops, something along those lines.
Cakes
Now,
by Katie.
Cakes by Katie, yes. So there's the backstory about this is this girl has a cookbook, okay? And in this cookbook, she puts all her recipes that she makes for her cake pops. Now, you can copyright things, okay? But you cannot copyright a recipe just because a recipe in itself can be modified in any sort of way. So that's good backstory. Keep that in the back of your head. So this girl, she posted on TikTok that some girl stole her recipe and she was using it for clout and she's making sales off of it. So she messages this girl. Now she messages this girl and sorry, I lost my way. She was messaging this girl basically being saying, "I'm gonna sue you. You copyright. You released my recipes to the world. I'm suing you." Like these nasty messages. Cody can probably bring them up. Anyway, so this girl that she was threatening gets on TikTok. Like this girl has no followers, nothing. I think when I had seen her page at the time, she had like 19,000 followers, something terribly small. And this girl, Cakes by Katie, has like a million. So this girl was bawling her eyes out, and she was sitting in the Walmart parking lot. And she's like, "I didn't know it was your recipe. Like I was just inspired by you. I didn't mean to steal your recipe." Blah 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 blah. Like this heart wrenching video of this girl. Anyway, come to find out, this Cakes by Katie girl uses Fruity Pebbles, the actual Fruity Pebbles in the recipe, and she uses boxed cake mix. So even if she had a copyright, even if it was legal, it wouldn't be legal for her to use it because it's already copyrighted by all these other people's cake mixes that she uses. She doesn't use any proprietary of her own cake mixes. So she's freaking out at this girl for selling her recipe, but somebody already owns the recipe. So she's getting like attacked by the internet, like absolutely destroyed. Not that I ever condone death threats or anything like that. She's getting a ton of them, but like these people are going for this girl that threatened this tiny girl for making a cake pop video so bad that Fruity Pebbles made a post about how to make cake pop with their recipe just to piss her off.
My favorite part is The only reason she's really getting hate is if she didn't make that stupid fuck ass video. She made this video and she's like making her cake pops and she's like, "Guys, we need to talk. Somebody on this app has been taking my copyrighted recipes from my cookbook and making a profit off of it." And then everything comes out that she's just fucking using literally Betty Crocker cake mix and she sells them as fruity pebbles, like a fruity pebble fucking cake pop.
It is so good
So
and it's so deep.
Katie
You
sounds like a
gotta look
bitch.
into it. You
She
gotta
is.
get
She
into it,
deleted the
Jamie.
video.
She deleted the
Mm.
video. All of her sponsors dropped her. Like, this is exactly why you kind of gotta watch what you put on the internet. We made this, like, we named it Petty by Blood because we really don't give a shit what people think of about us. Like, we're not gonna be rude or mean to anyone, but like, we kind of call it out as it is. And this Katie girl is fucking wild.
Well, there's a difference between being a bully and like when she went on there saying there's a creator making like you want your fucking fans to go over and be a bitch. Like you're
Yes.
delusional. She
There's
felt
and there's a
threatened.
difference between if you're authentic with what you're saying and doing, and when you're just masking it for more views and obviously trying to hurt other people.
Right.
And
She
like,
was
Like,
just
she was like
being a
going
bitch.
at her.
yeah,
And if she came out and was always a bitch, even when she was making her cake pops, who cares? People be like, "Oh yeah, she's a bitch." But when she's like, "Oh, this upbeat fucking cake maker," all of a sudden gets threatened that some fucking woman with no followers is making a recipe and putting it up, like, shut the hell up.
that's
You
what I mean.
Crazy.
Like, obviously, she wasn't being authentic with who she is, because if she
no,
was, none of her followers would have been surprised by
right.
that behavior. But when you're not authentic to who you are, and then you go and like reveal it to your fan base, then they're going to be taken aback because they're going to be like, this isn't the fucking person that I've been
Right. And
following and supporting.
right, and everyone's like, so she made this apology video, this sappy shit that is not genuine in any, she's just trying to save her career, but everyone's making videos about her apology, and they're all mean videos, and they're like, "What did you think was gonna happen when you just suck 1,000,000 people on this 19K creator who now has almost a 500,000 followers because of what you caught, plus brand deals, plus memberships, and this girl's selling out now." Like, I love how back end the internet is because all it takes is one person to get mad at you and you're loaded. Like right then and there, her
Especially if
career's
you're
set for life.
like, if you're not in the wrong, you're just making a fucking nice little video for yourself. Like,
Right.
this girl's crazy. But, anyways, moving on from that drama, because we still have a couple things to talk about, I have some sad news updates. So, in June, there's been two devastating, like, fires that took out apartments for families. One was in Doketown, that was a Taylor Motel, which was long term housing and was primarily occupied by only families. It burnt down completely. And then again on June 28th or the morning of the 29th, I'm not like 100% sure when it happened. The Lincoln Airport Inn caught on fire and there's four long-term tenants that were put out.
Oh
I
yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and from reading everything, neither have any suspicious, like, no suspicion going on there. I don't know if you've heard anything, Jamie, about Taylor Motel. I haven't heard anything else about what started it.
No, I think that it's being ruled as like an accident.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about it, but I heard that they may have started through like somebody's outlet.
Well, that place is old.
That's the
Yeah, it's
thing,
been
is
there a
it's been
long
there
time.
for
I don't know if they'll
It's
rebuild.
so
I hope they
sad.
do.
it is
I don't
very
think
sad.
I don't think they will. They're already trying to relocate the families to like other communities, which
Yeah,
that's hard. Like that sucks. That's what sucks about Boys Town, Doketown. There's not a lot of housing. They need to
no, I
almost make a little apartment building out there.
Like a community center
yeah,
thing.
Yeah. They have
there
one, but it's
needs to
like all
be,
for elderly that Todd and
yes,
I
and
looked at.
there needs to be more affordable housing put in the area because a lot of it is low income.
Right.
And it's really hard to find any space to rent there in general. And what does come for rent usually is like comparable to Fredericton.
Which
And
is
I know
wild.
it's crazy.
who wants to pay $2,000 for a 3-bedroom house that's 100 years old and not re-renovated? and it's an
Right.
hour from your workplace still.
And you're paying out the ass in electricity.
Yes, like, it does make any sense, and it does make me upset because, they're obviously taking advantage of the families that need housing. Because a lot of people still live with their parents out here with their kids because they don't have the housing. It's
Yeah.
just not around.
Rent rent everywhere is wild. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
New Brunswick is crazy right now.
It really
Yeah.
is. It's ridiculous, especially Fredericton. Like, rent in Fredericton, it every time I see something pop up, I'm like, "What is going on here?" Like, I know they put a rent cap on, but they're still finding ways around it. Like, there
Yeah.
needs to be more repercussions put on landlords, and, like, the government needs to come in and, like, tell landlords that they can't do that.
The
It's
There
average
was a place
studio right now in Fredericton is $1,570. That's
There's
I
for
a
a
place I looked
studio.
at the other day, and it's like $2,000 a month, basement
Mhm,
apartment of someone's house. You cannot use the back or front yard. You can't smoke, drink, or have pets on the property. You can't run your vehicle after 10 p.m. All these fucking
mhm.
rules, and they want you to pay like 2,500 in your damage deposit or something.
Yes, like,
Like,
and
who
I
the
do
hell's gonna want to live
understand.
there?
Well, I understand that people wanna make money, I get it. I do understand, like, landlords want to make money, but when you're a landlord, you can't take advantage of people, especially like, I see a lot lately, especially in Fredericton, you're not allowed to do anything. You're not allowed any pets at almost every place I've seen. No pets allowed. A lot of them are adult only, which is illegal. Like,
Yeah,
they straight out advertise they're adult only or mature buildings, which
yeah.
that's fine if that's what you want, but you can't advertise that. You can't discriminate against children. You can't discriminate
So
against families.
I seen a house up. I was gonna send it to you, and I don't know where it was. I feel like it was Nashwauk Bridge. Anyways, it was somewhere. It was $4,000. The house
Yes,
was beautiful, but four
I
thousand
did see
dollars a
that,
month. Who the hell can afford that?
right? Especially and it was out of town. It was a really nice house. I did see it. It's a I think it was a 4 bedroom, but technically 5, but one of the rooms were too small to be considered a bedroom. But
And it
still,
was a two bath, two
yes.
or three bath. It was a very nice house, but fuck, $4,000.
And you
Yeah, it's
like, you
wild.
still had to pay everything. You had to pay the hydro, the internet, everything still. So you're looking at, like, $5,000 a month for this one place. Your income has to be, like, over 120. And who nobody with that kind of income is renting houses.
Well, like,
Right?
me and Cody just bought our first house, and coming from, like, a first-time home buy and yes, I'm very appreciative that I was able to buy my first house. It's not easy for a lot of people, but coming from the experience of buying my first house, like, my mortgage so, like, we were renting for $3,500 a month before. My mortgage is literally, like, 1/6 of that. So these people
Yeah,
are making so much money off of like, if I wanted to rent my house right now in Moncton, I guarantee you I could get 2,000 or, like, 2,500. I just have a small two-bedroom house, but because
Oh,
it's
no.
so
yeah,
crazy, I could easily be able to rent it.
right.
All the renting stuff I see in Moncton and that I see in St. John especially, all of them have been pretty affordable as compared to Fredericton. Like, they're still not affordable, but compared to the Fredericton, they're way more
Yeah,
affordable.
I
Like,
know.
a
I
new build
seen
in Moncton, 3
it's like
bedroom.
18.
Yes, but same thing in Fredericton's 28.
Yeah,
Literally a $1,000 difference. And in Moncton, you're allowed pets. In Fredericton, no pets.
I'll tell you right
yeah,
It's
now, from my
ridiculous.
5 years about being down here, so if anyone knows, Moncton DF, we're really, really common for building those cookie cutter townhouses that are 3 bedroom, 2 bath, open concept with fireplaces and islands and backyards, and I have 3 animals. Now, I come from Fredericton, and I had 1 animal when I lived in Fredericton, and never, ever, ever would I ever be able to find a house for me and my dog. It was very, 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 very hard, and then when I moved to Moncton, every single townhouse I have ever applied for or looked at, every single one of them were dog and kid friendly.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I
And they're
mean.
brand new.
They
Like these are brand new homes, but they're so widely okay down here to have an animal. It's so crazy to me that I don't have to stress. Like if I ever went back to renting, I would have never had to stress about having three dogs now inside of a home.
The weird thing is, I notice it's, like, the same developers, so I don't understand why they allow pets in one city but not another because they're the same developers, so I don't understand the difference.
But it doesn't mean it's the same owners. Because like
Yeah, that's the
down
I
thing.
here,
know.
like multiple of like they'll build like 15, like, I lived on Norbert Street in Dieppe for a long time, and when me and my husband moved there, it was only just our lot that was built there, and then they had built, like, 150 more sets of the same cookie cutter house that we own, and then other people would buy them once they're built and rent them out. So it's probably something like that, but I do understand, like, Fredericton is so bad for having even if you have a cat, it's really hard to find a place now in Fredericton.
Yes, there was one I looked at yesterday because they're always popping up because people are always sending them to me. So the like anytime something new is up for rent on Facebook, it gets sent to me. Anyway, it popped up yesterday. I'm looking at it. It's dog friendly, but not cat friendly. I was
Yeah.
What?
like, that's the first time I've seen dogs allowed and not cats. So I'm
So they
assuming not a
must have
cat
had
person.
they must have had tenants before that were bad
Yes.
cat owners and it was pissy smelling.
And I do understand that because some people are just like they're not great at keep taking care of their animals. I do understand that. That's what the security deposit's for though.
Yeah.
So
True, true, true. That is so true. So let's move on to our next segment and get off our tangent called Strange True Crime, which is just another update I want to tell you guys. Okay, so I just wanted to read this to you guys and just get your reaction. So, an Alabama couple was found deceased in Georgia woods on the June the 10th. It was discovered that the man died while attempting to dispose of his girlfriend's body after he strangled her to death. While he was dragging her body into the woods, he suffered a massive heart attack and died. Isn't that crazy?
How in the fuck do we get from rent to people dying in the woods? This channel is
Well,
crazy.
I really wanted to
you know
tell you
what that
guys
is?
this story.
Okay,
You
but
do
What
love
you
is
a
know what
it?
good
that
true crime.
is? That's
What?
instant karma.
Right.
Instant karma.
Exactly. And they were
Like karma
discovered
didn't wait.
because, yes, I know. They got discovered. It was like they think it happened the day before, and the park ranger or somebody was reported the car because the car was still on, like his vehicle was still running. The authorities came to find the owner of the vehicle, and they just walked into the wooded area a bit and they found them both. He was like slumped over. And then it came out that she was dead before and that she had like strangulation wounds or whatever. Isn't that so crazy?
It really is. Imagine like if we do become ghosts and she's just sitting there watching and he dies. The satisfaction she's like, that's what the fuck you get, dumbass.
Right. But then also, I was thinking that too, Jamie. I'm not even joking. She's probably like, yeah, fuck off. Like, that's what you get. But then if both their spirits are locked there and you're locked with the man that killed you, like,
It's gonna be a long afterlife.
yeah,
Right? That would be so awesome. If it was like season one of what is it?
American Horror Story.
Yes, season one of
Oh my
American
god,
Horror
yeah,
Story where there's like
the haunted
where
house.
you all get trapped into
Right.
like an area and then
Hmm.
they just are stuck together for life now. And she's just
Yep.
like,
If I
you
was
couldn't
stuck with
have just
Tate for
not
life,
killed me?
yes, please.
I know. Like,
You
that
know
is
what?
crazy.
You know what that story reminds me of, Jamie? That Avenged Centerfold song.
I love that song, A Little Piece of Heaven.
Yes, and it's
Love
like
that
11
song.
minutes long, but it tells the whole
Yes.
story, and it's actually so good. Not that what
Music
happened was
video
good
to
by any
it
means,
is so good too.
but
Everybody go listen to it and
for
it's so
Everybody
good.
has already listened to that song and watched
it's
the
so
video.
good.
So I got a little bit of lighter news that is kind of just hilarious, and then we'll just move on from all this news segments. But some silly news is there was resurfaced clips from last year. It was like July of 2025. There was a woman on the Digital Social Hour podcast with Sean Kelly, and her name is Alex. She is supposed to be like a health and wellness influencer. So, anyways, you know how fucking shitty they are. Whatever. And she went on and she said that air fresheners, the ones that are commonly used in your car, they have artificial fragrances in them that have a negative impact on your hormones and health in general. And the person she was with said, they stated, yes, they are turning you gay. It is affecting your testosterone and hormones. And the
Jesse.
clip is going around TikTok. You have to see it. It's so hilarious. There's one of this guy who was like, he listens to it, and this is gay guy. And he was like, he looked at his air freshener, he threw it out the window, and then he was like, straight again. And he was like, hey, baby, show me your tits. God, what a stupid moron. People are so stupid. It's so, anyways, we know why Jesse's gay.
That
Mom
is
did
true.
use a
It's
lot of
Needs
air
to get
fresheners growing up.
She really did. She used to stack them up, and she still loves a good air freshener. So
nothing. So when I was younger, and you guys already know the story, but I got to tell the listeners because it is the
Oh
best
God.
story. So one of our friends, one of our friends, she's great. She really is great. But she looked at Haley and said, "Do you know why Jesse's gay?" And she goes, "Why?" And she goes, "It's because he was born with an extra chromosome. Like that's what causes people to be gay is they have an extra chromosome." And me and Haley hit the floor so fast that I
Yep.
to this day, every time I think about when someone's gay, I always think it's because they have an extra chromosome.
didn't you guys correct her though?
I
Yes,
don't think
and
it's
it was
ever
not a
wasn't
friend.
corrected.
It wasn't. Yes, I said that's Down syndrome, not being gay. And it was not a friend. It was a family member, a close family member.
Oh, it was the best. It gets me every time we talk about it. It sends me to the floor. The day of it, I kicked the floor so fast. It was the best because she genuinely believed it because I had an extra chromosome, and she looked so proud that she figured out the secret to being gay.
Yep.
It was good.
She
I
must
do
have.
love whenever she comes up with a fact that she made up herself. Every time. I love it.
She is the best.
Got some good stories there.
So let's get a little more personal with the listeners here. You ready to really get people to know us?
I'm ready for them to know me inside and out.
Okay, well, you'll have to go on dates with them to get them to know your insides. But,
Like half the
anyways,
speaking of dates, before we move on too fast, Haley, we need an update. Remember Jamie had a date last week.
Jamie, love life update.
Okay,
Tell us
quick,
about your
lovely.
date.
This one's going to be a lot shorter than last time, but not because it was negative at all. I just don't want to go on a tangent.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so we went out for the weekend. He invited me over. He got a little room for us. It was super cute. Anyway, we went out to a fancy restaurant to eat, and then afterwards, he went on a little ramble. Anyway, he was super nervous. Whatever. We spent the night together. The next day we go to the farmer's market and he's like, "Remind me, I have something like to tell you." And I was like, "Okay, like I'm not going to remember, so you might want to remember on your own, but can't wait." Anyway, so like 2 minutes went past. Apparently, he couldn't wait. And then he pulls out a rose and gives it to me. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then he starts going on a ramble again. And I was like, "What are you trying to ask me right now?" And he's like, "Well, will you be my girlfriend?"
Oh,
I was like,
that's.
"Obviously, you're obsessed with me, and I love that. Yes,
Mm.
I will be your girlfriend." No, I didn't say that. I just said yes. Anyway, then he pulls out another rose, and I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you." And he said, "I was waiting until you agreed to be my girlfriend to give you both roses." Anyway, so I
Oh my
had
god, you
two
imagine
So
when
roses.
he
you said
was going
no.
to.
Imagine
Yes,
if
He
you
was going
had
to say
said
yes. He's
no.
like, okay,
yes,
throw in this.
I did bring that up, and he kind of tiptoed around it, but I'm pretty sure that meant he wouldn't give me the second one if I
He's
would have
like,
said
I was gonna
no.
snap that one in half.
He's like,
Throw
"Actually,
that
I was
right in
gonna
front of you.
cry." Well, I pulled the pebbles petals off. Anyway,
Hilarious.
so I have a boyfriend. We spent the whole weekend together. He is the best. He
And
thinks
Jesse, I
I'm the
met
best.
him.
You met him?
Oh yes, Haley
Yep.
met him. He picked me up from Haley's house. She got to meet him. Haley, is he handsome?
He really is handsome. And Peaches was here with her offspring.
Mm-hmm.
And when he showed up, they were like talking to each other and they were smiling and whispered in my ear. She's like, I think that they're soulmates. I can tell by the way they smiling at each other.
That's really cute.
And
Oh, we love
she
a good
might not be
love
wrong.
story. My relationship's going the exact same way. It still has the same excitement it always had.
Aw, I'm so happy for you guys. A lot of people lose that spark, but I'm
We
happy you
it's
guys
gone.
didn't.
Once you sign those papers, that spark's gone. We do love each other, don't get me wrong. There's no problems in paradise, but I kind of sometimes feel like I'm married to a 79-year-old man who doesn't have $1 billion.
Hmm.
Man, that sucks.
I
Well,
know.
that's your own fault. You didn't have to get married.
Well, I do love him.
You always marry for money first and then for love.
I know. I thought
Hmm.
that's what I was
I made the
doing.
same mistake, Jesse, so I can't judge.
But you know what? If I'm in it for the long haul, chances are maybe that'll come. You know what I mean? Maybe marrying young and not for $1 billion wasn't a mistake after all. Because life's so good, even with the non-billionaire.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm saving my marriage for someone rich.
Right, right, right.
It
And
hasn't
so is your
happened yet.
husband.
What?
And so is your husband.
Yeah, probably, to be honest.
He's out there somewhere for sure. You might have to meet him
Yeah.
at the
You'll
local
find
Tim
him.
Hortons,
He'll
but
come.
it's
He'll wander into your yard any day now.
Okay. Anyways, you guys can go to hell.
that was good.
You guys are pricks.
You know that song Milkshake, Jamie? Brings all the boys to the yard? Oh my god, Haley's had it on repeat for 6 years now and no one's stumbled in
Like,
yet.
Do you want me
I'm
to bring
outside
some
with my
milkshakes
milkshake.
over? Speaking of milkshakes, Q bought me a milkshake the other day because you remember that I said I really like strawberry milkshakes. So he bought me one.
Oh,
And I had told him it
that's
like
sweet.
in passing the week before. He
Oh.
remembers everything I
Cute.
say, and I'm not used to that. I love it. He'll bring something up, I'll be like, "Did I tell you that?" And
Do you think
She
he's
yeah,
ever
thinks he
you
gonna
doesn't
did.
listen
even
to this
remember his
podcast?
last name.
I remember it now.
Do you think he's ever gonna listen to this podcast?
I hope so.
I hope he does. I'm gonna send it to him. So if he doesn't, it's gonna be really rude.
Okay, what's the red flags you found so far then?
I haven't found a single one.
No way!
I'm being 100% honest. He's
Not even like he
literally
snores or anything?
he does I fall asleep before him, I'm pretty sure, or
And we know
he
you
doesn't make
snore,
a
so
peep.
that's fucking funny.
I don't know
You
if
have a
I
cute
snore.
snore. You do
I
snore, but
snore?
it's cute. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
oh
a
yeah,
Okay,
it's
little
well
one.
adorable.
It's like
It's not like Cody snoring. Like, when my husband snores, the whole house knows.
well, that's why
it's
he
kind of
needs
like
okay.
rat number 3.
It's okay. You can say your name.
Okay, it's kind of like her.
Okay, well,
You are a cute
that's
sleeper though.
okay.
Thinking back at it, you always just put your arm above your head and put your head down. Like, you
Both
don't keep
girls
your mouth
sleep
open
just
or
like
anything.
me.
Like
Yeah, it's
Haley,
cute.
Haley on the other hand is an ugly ass sleeper.
Yeah.
And
Well,
You
Haley
like
does snore.
Haley, you like
and I do
curl up in
snore.
a ball and you put your head like between your pillow and you push your head up with your mouth down. And
I'm like,
oh my god, I feel bad for every man that you've ever brought home because I
Mhm.
know you're 10 when you're at the bar, but when they wake up, holy god,
they're like, okay. Anyway, thank you. Thank
She's
you
she's
like
so
sweet
much.
when she
she's
wakes
like
up,
a
so
little
that's
old lady when she wakes up because it
right.
takes her a few minutes to like come to.
And she always says sorry when she wakes up for some reason. If she misses a call, she's like, "Oh, like I'm just so sorry. I just woke up. What did you want to talk about?" And I'm like, "It's okay." But when
Well,
she's
I
in a
sleep
damn
a
mood,
lot. Okay, but
That is
I'm
true.
rarely in a mood lately. I'm
that's true. You've
medicated.
been
I'm
pretty
not.
good. Must be this podcast
No.
bringing out the best in you.
Okay, guys,
Okay. What?
since we brought up my love life, I have a question because
Go on.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this.
Okay.
So, who are some crushes you guys had as kids that you didn't really admit to?
Oh, we're getting into this.
Well,
Didn't admit to.
yeah, like,
So like our secret crush, who we never ever told, never tell the whole world
yeah, like,
on 12 different
I
platforms for
don't
them to
really
hear.
remember much of what you guys said when we were kids, to be honest. I didn't pay much attention to anything you guys had to say. So, if you guys could remind me, that'd be great.
3 like major crushes throughout middle, like elementary to like high school. And the first one was Tully,
Mhm.
and then Garrett. I was literally obsessed with Garrett from like grade 5 until like fucking grade 9.
You know what's
And
really
then
funny? I had
what?
a crush on him the same time.
Oh my god, he was so hilarious and
Mhm.
so cute and his curly hair. I just thought there was nothing better.
And
I thought,
he was so nice and friendly too.
I know, I really liked him. And then I moved
Yeah.
like to Fredericton, so and also this is my embarrassing one, Robbie. And you know what is so funny about that?
Doesn't he have a
This
boyfriend
girl,
now?
no, he's straight. I'll explain who it is. So earlier on TikTok, I seen this girl post the biggest heartbreak is your high school crush. You see your high school crush on a bicycle with no teeth. And I fucking laughed because that's literally him now, basically.
Well, he asked
Well,
me
he
to buy
has
him water
teeth,
on the way into the dollar store one day.
right? And that's what reminded me. And he keeps getting posted all over everywhere. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and that
He's
could have
been
been
around.
mine.
That
And
could have
he
been
didn't
mine.
want to date me. Actually, he never knew I had a crush on him, but
Well, if you reach out now, you might have
no,
a
I
chance.
think I'm good now. And then otherwise, I had a crush. I did have a huge crush on Katie and Jill's brother, like forever. And I wrote him love letters while he was in the hospital. His mother still has the love letters.
I think we should get a hold of
So
one of those love letters.
That's sweet.
I think we
No.
should read one of them on air one of these times.
Oh my god. Poor Matt.
Okay, Jesse, what were some of your embarrassing crushes?
I only ever had one crush, so a lot of people don't know I didn't come out until I was 20 years old. I didn't come out of the closet. I had a lot of girlfriends, but I think deep down I never really ever felt anything more than, like, a friendship because I
Because you were
honest to God
gay?
don't know if I was right, I don't know if I was actually capable of. I think I was just kinda doing it to be like, "Oh my god, I'm dating." But there's only ever one guy, and there's there always never had a crush on anybody else ever. He was just tall, handsome dude that was super popular, everybody really, really loved. His name was Ryan. His name wasn't actually Ryan. I'm not gonna say his real name on here. But I remember he wanted to move once, and I remember him telling me, and this is before I even really think I knew I was gay, but, like, this is why I always thought I had a crush on him because, like, he told me he was moving, and I was beside myself. I thought this was the worst thing that was ever gonna happen. I was never gonna see him again. I just remember bawling, bawling, bawling. And we were in, I think, elementary school at the time when he was gonna move, but I knew how devastated I was gonna be if this guy moved. The crush only lasted to, like, grade probably 8-ish, 8, 9. We became really good friends after that. We were always really good friends, but we became really, really good friends when we got in, like, middle school, high school, and we were able to, like, kinda develop real friendship.
Mm.
But I remember when I was a kid, I was obsessed. I loved this person, and I was like, "I don't know why I feel like this. This is a dude. I shouldn't feel like this." But, like, I think deep down, like, I was madly in love at the time because I remember writing, like, their name with a heart in my book.
Okay.
I had
Oh,
no
yeah.
idea if I was in love with him, but I was writing his name and heart.
I just remember, like,
I was
that's
doing
all I could think
everything
about.
that
I
people
was
in
doing
love do.
everything being in love could be. I I'm shit, I think I was wishing on a fucking star every night.
So
That's why you were hanging out at that park.
I
We
love that
won't get into
Haley
that.
gave real names and you didn't.
Oh, I don't
Because
mind if they
I'm
know.
just not that type of person that's gonna do
You
that to
just
myself.
you don't want the embarrassment?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Some of us
Well,
like
they
to be
might reach
reserved and
out.
shy, not like Haley, like, not all of us get around
Okay.
Get around.
Jesse, I've
anymore.
literally picked you up from a
Get
one
around.
night stand.
Jamie? Jamie
Mm,
did pick me up from I've only have or had 2 one-night stands. My first one ever, I was so proud of myself, I was like, "You know what? I'm a G. I'm a baller. I can get out there. Imma do what and who and where I want." Anyway,
mhm.
Jamie picked me up playing I Just Had Sex, blaring on her
I
radio with
just
all the
had
windows down.
sex. That's a
Uh-huh.
great song.
It
You want
it
to
was
know why
embarrassing.
Jesse can't be a G? Is because he meets someone and the next day they find
He's in
out they're
love.
homeless and he moves them and their clocks in with you.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well,
One
it should
time's too
never
many.
happen. Okay,
That
Jamie, who
story
is your
I
embarrassing
remember
crush?
Okay, so I remember like in grade 3, I started liking Noah that I had been in like his like I'd been in the same class with him for a couple of years. And
Ew.
that crush lasted until about grade 8. And I remember in grade 4 and 5, I was so obsessed. I remember I like mom had got a computer and like we were going to her house on the weekends. And I remember she like let me play on it and she said I could make an email. And I made an email called Noah and Jamie at like whatever it was at like Gmail or Outlook or whatever, Hotmail. Anyway, because I was so scared that by the time he and I had become adults and got married, that email would be gone. I wrote full journals about like every time he looked at me, every time. I remember there was this one project we did, and there was another kid in our class that had the same initials as me. His name was Jaden. So we had the same initials, and he had worked on it with Noah. Well, the teacher said we could grab them, so I took his, and he like we got in this huge fight because he's like, that one's mine. I said, no, it's not. Look, it says JM right there. That's me. And he's like, no, that's mine. Like, no, and I did it together. And I was like, no, you didn't. Anyway, I ended up with it, stole it from him because he worked on it with my man.
You're psychotic.
I know. But then high school came and I was like, you know what? This guy's really cool. And like Noah and I are still friends. I would call us friends. We don't talk often, but when we do, it's friendly. But anyway, yeah, I was so obsessed with him. Like I had dreams about like being partnered up with him, wanted to have a
Oh,
medieval
God.
wedding, the whole bit. Don't even
A
if know if he
medieval
was
wedding.
even yeah, we did a project in grade 5 about medieval times, and he was like there, and I was like, man, I would love to have a medieval wedding with this man.
You guys are obsessive. I wasn't like that when I had I had a million crushes, but when I had a crush on Garrett, the most I did was wear a Ramones t-shirt to school because I knew that he liked them.
Mm.
That's the most I
Speaking of
did.
that, grade 6, when we did our Quebec trip, Noah was really, really into Star Wars. I think it was Star Wars or Star Trek, but I'm pretty sure it's Star Wars. And we went to this store that had all geek stuff. Anyway, and there was a Star Wars thing, and I bought it and slid it under what I thought was his hotel room door.
Oh god.
I seen him come out of a different room the next day. I have no idea who got that comic.
Oh my god, that's so
No
fucking
idea.
funny.
If anybody ever got a random Star Wars or Star Trek comic or whatever it is put under your door in Quebec,
Give it to Noah. Give it
that's
right back to
Noah's,
Noah.
and you won't give
God.
it back.
Jamie, I have a question.
What?
Have you ever thought about writing books or telling stories?
He's
That's what I'm
psychotic.
doing right now.
Well,
Have
the
you ever
reason I ask
thought
this,
about getting medicated?
the reason I ask this,
Okay,
and
you're
it's not to
starting
be
to
rude.
sound like my psychiatrist.
The reason I say this, and it's not to be rude, is you remember details, like things in such detail, and you can tangent on any item. So, like,
Well,
Oh my
we
god.
could talk.
She
We could
never
be
shuts up.
talking about a mouse, and you
I'm a yapper.
somehow know how to describe this mouse like this thing is on your hand.
I would
Mhm.
love to become a writer. I am currently working on a novel. Haley has read several chapters.
Okay, well, keep it going because you are very easily entertaining. Like, you can really
Right.
throw something into a story fast,
Right.
Okay, so I'm quite dramatic.
You are
Is
and we
that what
quite
love
you're
that.
saying?
dramatic, but also we can touch on that in our next episode because that is episode 2, guys.
Okay, well, this has
Yay!
been so much fun.
That was a good episode.
I had a lot of fun with you guys.
I had a lot of fun too. So I guess we don't have to talk to each other for another week.
And
Are we
here we
not
go.
continuing this conversation off air?
No,
Oh
we got
no,
a few
Jesse and I
plans.
have you blocked. Okay, guys, bye. Have a good night. Listen to our next episode. It's available on all major platforms. Follow us on our social medias: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
And remember, you don't
Yeah,
need a therapist. You just need to stay petty.
have a
Exactly.
good week. See you
Bye,
next
guys.
Wednesday.